You know, I am so mad that this fight happened, especially with me knowing Coco is the one who instigated the whole thing. I liked Bahadi and Daisy together, but at the end of the day, Daisy had been going around the house calling herself the big dog. But I think after this situation, she might have to go back and reevaluate that just a tad bit. But is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's a beef for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, bake with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be, and we are here discussing Baddies Gone Wild, and I have so much I want to talk to y'all about because this episode was fire. It was a lot of action, a lot of fighting, a lot of beefs. Everybody's getting into it. Nobody got to see the animals, and I understand why, because we don't want nobody getting bit by a lion or something like that, because they're not gonna know y'all filming for Baddies. But either way, Safari goes off, literally not on, but off without a hitch. And somehow, some way, we end up here where Bahadi and Daisy are toe to toe. And my honest opinion is, I think that Coco set this up to divide them. Coco already running around here with an eye and a half, so she's got a lot to lose at this point. And I think what she decided was she'd rather set these two up to go against each other than to have to deal with both of them. Because I mean, Coco has been mighty quiet for the most part with the big dogs in the house, at least, you know, since she got her eye popped. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that Daisy just wanted to fight Bahadi. Daisy wasn't trying to listen to them Bahadi said. She just wanted to fight. And we're going to get into why Daisy got cold clocked the first time. And we're going to get into all of that and more. We got a lot going on with these episodes. I'm so tired of the fights with Jaden, Jenna Lee's, all these girls. I'm so tired of the bullies with TT and Hurricane. I'm just so over the same old. And Ming Lee, I've been telling y'all since day one, do not need to be on this show. This is not the show for Ming, but y'all gonna say I'm hating. But neither here nor there, we about to jump right on in this episode. I need y'all to do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you hit that notification bell to make sure the notifications are on, so you'll know when I go live or when I upload any more videos like the Baddies, okay? So without further ado, I need you guys to do me a favor. Grab your tings, get your earbuds, your liquor, your zaza, whatever you need, and we about to mosey on over right on into this episode, honey. Let's get right on into it. So now the episode opens up where we left off, girl. Let's cut to the chase. Girl, they back there fighting. Now, the girl Gloss Up decides to check Oxy because Oxy was asking them why were they bullying those girls and taking their beds. Mind you, Oxy had like a proxy bed in there or something like that. So obviously, what's her name? Gloss Up decides she don't like the line of questioning, and she decides to just dive on top of Oxy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Oxy was hitting her. Oxy was getting her. I saw a few licks landing, but it doesn't really matter because they in that small van. I just don't understand the whole fighting in the van. Like, that would frustrate me and bring me into some crazy sense of claustrophobia by itself. You know what I mean? But anyways, so Gloss Up literally looks at the other girls and was like, am I wrong for asking her why she cared? Like, it literally had nothing to do with her. So Gloss Up is basically saying, yeah, who cares? We took Jaden's bed, we took Jenna Lee's bed or whoever other's bed, but why do you care? It's not your bed. But the thing about it is, Oxy was saying that y'all were being bullies and she didn't too particularly like that. Now, I ain't gonna lie. On this particular situation, you just wanted to jump across the doggone table or the doggone chairs and dive on top of Oxy. But Oxy ain't no punk. You feel what I'm saying? But Gloss Up, you giving bully, you giving follower, you giving lame right now. You really are. You really are giving the lame that your sister told us you was, because you doing all it is to be a bully. To stand up to be a bully. Make it make sense. So anyway, Oxy is going back and forth with these girls, telling them that it was wrong for them to go in there, that basically they went in there to bully. TT is over there trying to explain to her, or was it Hurricane Elm? I don't know. Them two always mix me up. But either way, they trying to explain to her why it's not that big of a deal and that basically she should have just minded her business because it had nothing to do with her. But I disagree. Now, on the other bus, we got Coco is over there still fighting Jaden because Jaden is more mad with Coco for unlocking the door than the girls who actually came in and got her stuff. Now, while I believe that Jaden has every right to be mad at Coco, I honestly feel like Jaden, if you wasn't going to check them girls or check that girl when she did it, then don't come over here saying nothing now. You look lame. Check the girls who took your stuff and took your bed. Period, point blank. But Jaden is trying to make her case that she should have a right to still be upset with Coco. I don't blame you. You do have a right to be upset with Coco. And Coco shouldn't try to defer you to beef with the other girls, knowing that you ducking that smoke and she got smoke with you as well. But at the end of the day, girl, you have so many battles to fight. Why are you just picking the Coco battle? Make it make sense. Then every time you turn around and somebody want the fade, you talking about this shoulder that look perfectly fine to me. And I'm over here saying, well, girl, is you hurt or no? Like, girl, is you gonna fight on this show or not? And I get it, you fight. You normally lose, but you fight. You feel me? But stop with the shoulder talk. Like, we don't want to hear it no more. The girls came in there and punked y'all, and y'all let it happen. Period, point blank. If you ain't gonna make no noise, don't say nothing. Just let it ride. Like, you got punked. It's over. It's a wrap. And you, Coco, you like to throw rocks and hide your hands because you know what you was doing when you opened that door and unlocked that door for them girls to come in there and get them girls' luggage. But see, you lucky you had the right one because somebody else would have read that other eye. I would say black, but it seemed like red is more your color. If somebody else would have popped you in the back of your head when you got up and walked toward the door. That's the problem I think that Jaden had. The way she allowed you to mosey on over to the door, unlock it, and mosey on back to your bed and then tuck yourself in and turn over and all that stuff, girl, she should have had 4 foot up your ass. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why you did that, because you knew you could get away with it. And if that girl feel like she'd rather beef with you because she might go win this fight, then so be it, because you shouldn't have been messy with your little messy tail self. Now, Erica jumps up. I be forgetting she there. You know, she got the long torso. But she jumped up and she's trying to explain to Jaden. She's trying to explain to Jaden why everybody's basically telling her that she got misplaced thing or something like that. I don't know. All I know is this girl got a small head and a long body. Pretty girl though. Very, very pretty girl. Just long, you know. And Jaden is over there saying that everybody on the truck or on the Sprinter, whatever the hell this is over there ganging up on her. And Daisy loses her mind. It was like, girl, ain't nobody ganging up on you. Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody doing that. As everybody yell and scream. And I'm over here saying, Jaden, grow up and grow a pair, girl. You are in the big leagues. Either or get off the pot, girl. You got to move around. So yeah, back to the conversation. Like I said, they over there trying to explain why they did what they did. And I'm over here saying there's no explanation needed. Y'all are bullies. Y'all bullied them girls. It happened. Let's move on. That's it. I mean, I don't know why we keep rehashing the same stuff. If y'all ain't gonna fight about it, there's nothing to really talk about. So now Natalie decides the girls have been locked away in a prison they call a mansion, given nothing but alcohol and no food to eat. So she decides she'd let them come outside and see some sights. So she got them going on this safari that she's super excited for and can't wait to meet the girls. Well, soon as the girls get there, a whole fight ensues because obviously Jaden gets on the bus. And when Jaden get on the bus, her and Coco getting into it. They going back and forth, heel kicking each other. It was crazy. You had to be there. Look. Girl, it was a mess. And I'm over here saying, y'all all in them people country just acting a nigga, huh? Now, they still beefing behind Coco unlocking this door. And Coco feel like she overheard, I guess, Jaden telling people wrong stories. So she was trying to correct it. And basically, she didn't have no sides. She just was being neutral. But girl, you literally unlocked the door so they can come get them people stuff. So stop it, Coco. You are not neutral. Well, once that fight was over, TT decides that she want her round. So apparently, TT said, girl, when she was kicking Coco, she ended up getting kicked. TT said, I made a mistake and got kicked. So now TT won her round. She just wanted the fight. So she ends up telling Jaden to get up. Jaden got up and they got the fighting on the Sprinter. Now this is 2 fights on these people's safari machine. I don't know what this is, a truck. I don't know. 2 fights on these people's safari stuff within a matter of 60 seconds. No wonder they kicked y'all off this train. I would have kicked y'all off too, right where you stood. But either way, security, somebody come get these heifers. So security steps in. What's his name? Big Ant. They steps in and break the two apart. And Jaden feels like they bullying her. Well, not really. She ain't say that. But she just feel like everybody jumping on her all at once. But she said she don't care if she get beat up. She's still with the smoke. So they get Jaden off the bus. The two girls on the bus still got beef with Jaden. And I'm thinking, okay, this should make the coast clear. But at the end of the day, they going back and forth off the bus with Jaden, calling her everything but the child of God. How you lame, you can't fight, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And Jaden is trying to pull herself together. So now there goes Coco at the top of the truck yelling and screaming. I'm pretty sure the people in Brazil turned on their Google Translate apps to see what you heifers was talking about. Hopefully it wasn't too much Ebonics going on so the people could understand what was the tea. But either way, they screaming and hollering back and forth, causing this whole scene. Everybody on the street stopping to watch. They probably thought it was a play, had no idea this is real bitches from real hoods in America. Anyways, so then here come Ming. Girl, where did Ming come from? Ming gets on the bus, and unbeknownst to Ming, she's walking into a lion's den because Oxy wants that smoke. So apparently, it went down last night after the cameras went off, causing Oxy to feel like she wanted to wake up tomorrow with a sober mind and sober hands to confront Ming. So Oxy basically looks at Ming and was like, Ming, you said you wanted that, right? And Ming was like, huh? She was like, yeah, huh? If you could, you could hear. You said you wanted that last night, right? And at first, Ming started acting silly. Then she was like, oh, yeah, that was last night. I know what you're talking about. So then Oxy was like, yeah, you said you wanted that. So I'm trying to give you that. What's up? Ming was like, what you mean? And Oxy said, you said you wanted it. What's up? Ming said, I said I wanted it at that time. Girl, you can't make this up. Girl, you can't. Ming hopped in the confessional to tell us that basically last night they were bullying last night as well. And Ming decided to go along to get along. And she was bullying with TT and them. And she decided to join in the reindeer games and call herself bullying Oxy. And basically saying that she want that and need that with Oxy. But she forgot Oxy was going to wake up the next day and want that and need that too. Now in this photo here, Ming was saying, come, 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 come. But in real life, Ming was saying, run, 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 run. You get it? You see what I'm saying? So, girl, at the scene, Oxy like, girl, I don't care about none of that you talking about last night, girl, the other day, 3 weeks ago. Who cares? I want my round. What's up? Ming don't want to fight. But instead of saying that, she'd rather get on here and say that Oxy was being a bully because she's smaller and because she don't want to fight. Girl, you can't do all of the bullying that you do and then turn around and say somebody else is a bully. Just say you can't fight and you don't want to fight. Just say that. Why don't you enlist the help of, what's her name? Gloss Up Girl. Go get her. But do that. Don't lie. And the way y'all been throwing out this bully word lately has literally made me sick to my stomach because now the bullies are turning around calling people who are protecting themselves bullies. And it literally don't make sense. I see why Nikki disowned you. I'd have disowned you too, girl. I ain't even gonna hold you. Anyway, they get off the bus. Ming don't want no smoke, but she talking nanny boo boo, nanny boo boo. Oxy like, girl, get off the bus and come get this smoke. This girl, Ming, don't want to fight. Everybody in their mammy can see it. Everybody can see it. But Ming likes to, run her mouth and, be loud and crazy, knowing that she ain't trying to bust no grapes. And this is making Oxy upset. So after almost pulling teeth, Ming decides to get off the doggone truck, and I'm thinking, okay, now they about to square up and fight. And I'm saying, I just didn't get square up tease from Ming Lee. I just didn't get that. But I guess I was wrong because right here, she's clearly squaring up. So I know it's a fight that's about to ensue. Well, I guess I was a bit wrong about that as well because Ming must have changed her mind because she decided to just walk away. Ming said she don't have time for all of this. That's how you know when you know you about to get beat up, when you start saying stuff like, I don't have time for all of that. Ming on here talking about she gonna get somebody kicked off the show. Ming, you barely on the show. Girl, bye. You gotta stop trying to play bully with them other girls. You don't have the hands to match them off. And you gonna get beat up and don't nobody care about your size, little girl. You know what's crazy? You lucky that Oxy is not letting you get to her by calling her a bully because Oxy says she ain't never been called no bully in her life. Basically, she's responding to your request that you sent, special request that you sent, and she not falling for the okie doke. I think Ming need to watch her back moving forward because Oxy might need to drop one on her. I'm telling you. Cause look at her. She just does the most. Ming is super annoying. Like, annoying. Like, yeah, like she's just so loud. She's the girl who come in and you just be like, why are you so loud? Like, she's that girl. She's just annoying. But Ming, stay out that pot if you can't really swim out there in that water, girl. Please. Nikki ain't gonna be able to save you from these girls. I'm telling you now. Now, Jaden done crashed out on the bus while they on the ground crashing out. She tried to leap forward to get Coco again. So they hurry up, snatch Jaden off the bus. And I'm saying, Jaden, go home and go lay down, girl, please. So now the girls are riding. I guess everybody done settled down after the 15 fights done happened outside these people's establishment. And they can't wait to go inside the safari to see some animals. Now, mind you, this is an open safari, meaning you can put your hand over like you can see, and something could jump up and bite you. And I think Coco must have smelled something because she damn sure couldn't see with an eye and a half. But either way, she must have smelled something. So she started looking around and saying, something ain't right, y'all. I feel like something gonna happen. And then show as I got a nose on her face and she got red in her eyes, the people had done pulled them over, girl. See, at first they tried to make it seem like, oh, we just pulling y'all over. We gonna put y'all in separate. Whoop-de-whoop, y'all celebrities. And look at the girls. Oh, yeah, because we is celebrities and whatnot. Girl, till them people came mosey back around there and said, girl, y'all ain't going nowhere. Adios, amigos. And look, Arella. Girl, I came to see the zoo animals and I am with the zoo animals, duh. And the reason they turned y'all around was for y'all safety, because if y'all would have got the fighting on that doggone truck and one of them animals would have seen y'all and didn't know what was going on, thinking y'all were trying to attack, y'all would have got everybody under live. So kudos to the owners for knowing exactly what to do when you see wild hyenas running in a pack. You get it? Now, we thinking it's calming down, and all of a sudden, we hear a large inhale, and, oh my God, pass me my vape. Nobody's getting their phones. Production, directors, get over here. Nobody's getting their phones. And everybody looking around like, what's going on? And Jenna Leese finally came out and said, yeah, she talking about me. According to Jenna Leese, she said she was recording herself when they was doing the photo shoot. But that's not what Natalie said. Natalie said somebody was recording her specifically. Now, Jenna Leese got in the confessional to say that basically while they was at the photo shoot, she took out her phone and started recording videos, but the videos were specifically of her. Now, I'm of the belief that they know not to record behind the scenes stuff. And I think that's why Jenna Leese is like, you know what? I'll just go ahead on and take my lick and just go home with my phone. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's what's going on. So now while Natalie is busting a doggone lemon in her brain, screaming and hollering to the top of her lungs to grab more vapes and find Jenna Leese because she was recording her, the girls are looking at Jenna Leese like, girl, what did you do? And Jenna Leese basically fessed up to the girls. Yeah, I was recording, but she could just talk to me. Why is she making this a whole thing saying everybody can't get their phones? Like, that's super weird and super lame. And look at Natalie. You guys, you think you've seen bad? You've never seen worse in your days. I don't have a vape. Pass me my vape. You'll never get your phones back ever in your lives. You're grounded. Are you guys okay? You're stupid. And the girls was like, OMG. And now they looking at Jenna Leese like, bitch, so you got all our phone taken? And Jenna Leese looking at Natalie like, Natalie, chill. Like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. Just give me back my phone and I could go home. Don't punish the rest of the girls. But Natalie won't see people beat that girl up, if you ask me. So Natalie basically said no. Natalie goes, you guys think that I play all day, but I'm the CEO of Baddies and I normally have unlimited vapes. Somehow I can't find a vape and you were recording me. I'm saying no one's getting their vapes and no one's getting their phones. Nobody. I mean nobody. So then Daisy just went over there and snuck Jenna Leese and was like, girl, if I ain't gonna have my phone because of you, then I might as well pop you upside the head. And that's exactly what happened, actually. Daisy was windmilling so fast toward Jenna Lee, she didn't know what was coming toward her. Poor little tink tink, she was just blinking her eyes trying to keep up with the licks, but she couldn't. And Daisy just felt like, you know, she had to do her big one because she need her phone. Honestly, I don't think Daisy fought her because she needed her phone. I think Daisy just need to fight sometimes. Now, Natalie in the background saying that Daisy could get her phone back. So now you know what this doing to the other girls. Of course, incentive incentivizing them to fight. So that's what's going on. Now, while this is happening, Oxy looking off the side like, wait a minute. Hold on, Daisy. I was about to do that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm saying, Oxy, no better time than now. You know what I mean? But she said she gonna let her live because she about to get beat up by 15 other girls anyway. So she said she gonna let her live. She ain't gonna do too much on her and put too much on her. But Daisy Dukes will. Daisy Dukes was over there hammering away at Jenna Leese. I said, oh. I'll give it to Jenna Leese, though. She did go, 2 to 3 rounds with Daisy? I mean, she didn't fall that I can remember, so I guess that's a plus. But yeah, they all about to start jumping on the girl. And obviously, now Shay decides that now's the time for her to get her lick. So she goes and jump in. It's just jumping all over. I feel like all the girls are just following suit. And that's what Natalie wanted, in my opinion. I think Natalie did that strategically just to have the other girls jump on her. And it worked flawlessly. Now, this the crazy part. After all that, I still didn't hear Natalie say you can get your phone back, Shay. Maybe I missed it. Did y'all see it? I don't know. I didn't share it. So now TT wants her round, but she wants her round with Jaden. She's calling out Jaden. And remember, Jaden said one of her arms was out of socket or something like that. So Jaden can't really fight. But I think this time Jaden had enough and decided she was going to get in the paint. And she did just that. Now, let's talk about this paint. Girl, from the beginning of this fight, TT went to grabbing on Jaden by that doggone hoodie. Jaden, who told you to plug up this hoodie and tie it up around your head in a fight? Girl, now you making yourself a helicopter. Now they got something to hold on to you and swing you around. That's fighting 101. What's wrong with you? All I know is TT got Jaden on the ground and TT was hitting her and beating her and at the same time simultaneously saying, get up, Craig, and I lost my mind. Girl, what is wrong with you? Why would you be saying that during a fight? Like, what is wrong with this girl? It was hilarious. Aurella takes this time to call out Erica. So now she wants to fight Erica because she felt like Erica was taking up for Jaden and Jenna Leese. And she feels like when Erica said that she gonna have her friends back, that now it's the time for Erica to prove it. So she's calling out Erica and she wants to fight Erica in the middle of the doggone pine or wherever they at. And Erica's over there saying, I don't want to fight. Now this is the thing. Erica don't want to fight even though she says she don't mind fighting. But Erica is a dirty fighter. As a matter of fact, while Rella is over there screaming and hollering for Erica to come fight, at no point in time did she pay attention to that big old black object in her hand. Nor did she pay attention to it when Erica ran up on her. So this too is also fighting 101. If you're going to fight somebody and they got something in their hand, you have a 99.9% chance that they're going to use it. So be prepared when you run up. But I don't think Rella thought like that. So she ran up and Erica played the drums on top of her head with that hard drive. I don't know what that was. I don't know. They say it was a battery pack. They say it was a TV remote, girl. They say it was a cassette player. I don't know what it was. All I know is it was making beats like Swift. And this made Gloss Up feel some type of way because everybody jumped in. Even Daisy jumped in when they saw that she had an object in her hand. And they all like, yo, that's messed up. You fighting dirty. You fighting with something in your hand. But Erica telling y'all she don't want to fight. Now, Gloss Up feels some type of way. And now she want to fight Erica. Erica told y'all she don't want to fight. Really over there screaming and hollering, talking about S my D and bop, bop, bop and whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know, girl. You just got popped upside the head. You might need to go through concussion protocol while you up there screaming and hollering, girl. Go let the people look at your head, girl. So Gloss Up runs up and the girl got the same battery pack in her hand. And so she's clocking Gloss Up and Gloss Up using her weight as she should. But honestly, I don't know who won this fight, but I do know my girl never dropped that battery pack. That's what I know. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of smart. First of all, I don't know if y'all gonna jump me, so let me keep me a weapon. Second of all, even if y'all don't jump me, I might not win, so let me keep me a weapon. Third of all, I just don't like y'all. So let me keep me a weapon. I think it makes sense. And the fact that she brought the doggone thing into the confessional was a key to me. And I love that for Erica. And Erica, you have just became one of the girls that I like on this show. Now, Rella B is over there crashing out, and everybody's like, oh my God, she's light-skinned. Why would she do that? She could have permanently scarred her face. No, Holmes. And everybody's freaking out, and Rella's freaking out, and I'm over here saying, Rella, you need to be counting your blessings, because you could have had a permanent scar today too, for real. And Erica is over there in her, in her stuff, in her bag. Like, okay, girl, whatever, girl. I told y'all I don't want to fight. In Erica words, if somebody tell you they don't want to fight, believe them the first time. She said, I told y'all I didn't want to fight. It is what it is. Who next? I said, go ahead on, Erica, girl. So now Bahadi, Oxy, Shay, and Jaden decided that they were going to be the dynamic four, that they needed to stick together because basically the rest of the house is turning on them. Now, one thing that's pondering and messing with Oxy a lot in this moment, and she really don't understand or can wrap her name or her brain around what's going on, is she don't understand why Erica would have that battery pack, especially having the upper hand already. Even Bahadi said that, like, you already taller, girl. You already bigger. You didn't need nothing else. But at the end of the day, don't y'all be saying ain't no rules in fighting, right? Rella gotta take her lick. It just is what it is. Now, you think that's crazy. So, mind you, Shay is over there talking with these girls. So, Shay is talking to Bahadi, and Shay is asking Bahadi, who was it that threw the doggone peanuts on her when she was in the bed? Now, a lot of girls have been mums the word. People were saying it was somebody else, but it really wasn't. But in this conversation, the truth came out, and they told Shay it was Gloss Up who was throwing the peanuts on her. And why did they do that? When they told that to Shay, Shay literally tied her hair up and ran down the stairs toward Gloss Up. And I said, okay, this should be a good one. Shay gets downstairs and ran up on Gloss Up, and Gloss Up was not ready. When I tell you, even when they were standing up, Shay was ragtagging Gloss down. Now, I don't know the Gloss before Baddies, but they say Gloss be talking hella shiz naive. And a lot of people saying they losing respect for Gloss after this fight. But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. When Shay was uppercutting her and hitting her up at the top, and then Shay was able to drop her and then drag her. I'm talking about a good old-fashioned drop and drag her through this doggone safari like a doggone slithering snake. I knew right then and there, Gloss Up ain't gonna never come back from this. You know what I mean? I mean, how can she? This girl literally drug you through the dirt. Like, girl, she made you eat dirt. And then at least you tried to hold on to her leg. That was smart, but not efficient. Because she made you eat dirt. And to be honest, I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't know. Maybe you know. And the other girls are looking at this go on and they are in disbelief. They're like, OMG. Nobody expected Gloss Up to get drugged the way that she got drugged. It was a good old-fashioned drag and drop. I told y'all. That's what it was. A good old-fashioned drag and drop. And it really stunned the other girls. I mean, nobody expected Shay to win this fight. I mean, people been bullying Shay, and Shay been standing in the paint holding her own. Don't get me wrong. But nobody expected Shay to come and drag this girl the way that she dragged her. And she did just that. And shout out to Shay. I like Shay. I think that they bullying Shay too. I think they bullying Shay and Jaden and the rest of those girls. But at the end of the day, there's an image that will never, ever, 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 ever go away from the internet on Gloss Up. And this is it. And I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, Gloss Up, if you be talking a lot about fighting and all that stuff, I'm gonna need you to just go turn to gospel music. I think that's gonna be best for you. And look at Shay. Shay said she was going to find whoever threw them peanuts on her. And whenever she found them, she was going to slide them. And she slid. She slid. Yes, she did. She slid like a doggone pair of skates. Do you hear me? Go ahead on, Shay. You did your big one. You done embarrassed Big Gloss Up, girl. This is a big one right here. So now after all that commotion goes on, Jenalise is still over there talking to these girls about this whole bed situation. And they trying to explain to her, girl, it's not that big of a deal. It really was more or less on Shay and Jaden. It really wasn't about you. calm down, it wasn't that deep. But Jenna feels like the whole thing was messed up, and she feel like the way that they did that, they was some bullies. She said TT, Helm, and all them other girls did not have to do all that and come in there. And she said she told that to them, and she over there telling that to the ones over there because she wanted to express her opinion on how she feel like they did that. Helm, I think that's Hurricane, she don't want to hear it because she feels like, baby, we could do what we want. And as long as it ain't got nothing to do with you, you really need to just slide and mind your business. And while I can see why that would be a thought process in her head, at the end of the day, y'all are being bullies, and people who don't like bullies are going to call you out on it. That's just the facts. Now, while this is going on, Bahadi is over there in the corner, minding her business, drinking her water, ain't messing with nobody. And while she's over there doing that, we got Daisy Dukes at the table where we just left from, telling everybody over there that she feels some type of way that Bahadi will go back and tell Coco that she felt like Coco was ducking a fade. Now, first of all, this argument is so frivolous in kindergarten. The fact that this is even an argument is just bothering me. Then secondly, so what? Why do you feel so played? Now she over here talking about, I don't want nobody talking about nothing coming out of my mouth. And it's giving you just need a reason to fight her because you was going to do it anyway. That's what it's giving. I ain't going to lie. So they go over there to confront Bahadi, and they asked her, or at least Daisy asked her, hey, did you go around telling people that I thought that she was ducking fades? And Bahadi explained clear as day, I never said that. Even in the back and forth between Bahadi and Coco, because Coco gonna insert herself in and try to make it seem like, no, you don't remember, you did say that, and the camera's gonna show it. Basically bucking up this fight to go on and egging this on for Daisy. And I think that this is all a part of the plan anyway, Bahadi. I think you just got caught on the wrong end of the stick. But like Bahadi said, I never said that she said you was ducking smoke. What Bahadi was saying was, when she wanted to fight, you kept coming up with excuses, so I said, or at least that's what she should have said. She said, so I told you that it looks like you're ducking smoke. She should have said that it looks like to me you're ducking smoke. But honestly, it don't matter if she had said that or not. I think they would have came in and tried to fight Bahadi anyway. I think the producers set this fight up, and that's why Daisy is over here confronting this girl, talking to this girl, handling this girl any kind of way, when the girl really don't have no beef with you, girl. Like, what's tea? Y'all was just cool. Y'all was just friends. Even Daisy said it. That's her girl. She ride with her. So how is it that we just flipping off of what an op said? Didn't you just read her eye? How you gonna listen to what she said? In fact, the matter was, she is ducking smoke. Of course she's ducking smoke. Have you seen her eye? I'd be ducking smoke too, and fist for that matter. But Coco is hell-bent on saying that she didn't lie, that Daisy is the one lying. And I'm sitting here saying, I don't understand for the life of me how Daisy could sit up here and listen to Coco and then listen to Bahadi as she sincerely tries to explain herself and show that she had nothing to do with what this girl is saying, that she's trying to kick up mess between them. How could she look at this girl and really believe Coco and not Bahadi? But again, I told y'all, I really feel like this was set up like this. I think production said we need another good fight. Who can we pin up against each other? I think they sit around in a boardroom and they pin people up against each other and they pin them to a board or something and everybody agree on who gonna fight. I think that's what happened right here. And that's what's going to inevitably happen between Daisy and my girl Bahadi. So Daisy is telling Bahadi, as Bahadi is saying, I never said that you said it. Here comes Daisy. Well, as a matter of fact, don't say nothing. Don't go around saying nothing that I said. I don't need nobody misrepresenting what I said. And from now on, all your protection is removed. And Bahadi was like, girl, okay, I came in here by myself and I'm going to leave by myself. It's cool. I ain't going to lose no sleep. But I think this messed with Daisy because I think Daisy felt like she just wanted Bahadi to blindly follow her and, kiss her behind. And Bahadi wasn't having it. So she jumps up in Bahadi's face and Bahadi was like, girl, I'm trying to spare this girl. I really don't want to fight this girl because I rock with her. That's my home girl. She was like, but she's allowing Coco, who's in the background, to instigate this whole thing. And I got proof that she instigated, or at least what I deem to be proof. So we gonna get to that here in just a second. So now, this girl got her hand all in Bahadi's face. Bahadi got her hand back in her face, trying to explain to her that you my friend. I wouldn't do that. Coco is being messy, but Daisy literally have stoppers in her ears or something. She don't want to hear nothing. All Daisy see is go, and that's what she doing. She going. So Daisy get to putting her hands all in Bahadi's face again. And Bahadi was like, girl, move your hand, move your hand. Daisy keep putting her hand right there all in the girl's face. And I'm saying this is hella disrespectful. At some point, they're going to just have to fight. This the part right here that had me messed up. When she put her hand out like that and was like, my hand in your face, I was like, girl, how old are we? 5? Girl, Daisy, this is just, I don't like this fight. I don't like the energy of this. I don't like anything about this. I think that Daisy is trying to secure her bag and her spot on television by any means necessary, because I didn't like anything about this. But neither here nor there, the fight ensues, and I'm not going to hold you. I couldn't see who won because the way the edits were done, they kind of like started off right here where they kind of connected, and then it kind of cut off to other people looking. Like, let me show you, like this. Like you see Oxy and them over there looking. This how you know it was a bad fight. You see what I'm saying? I saw images like this and stuff like that and whoop-de-whoop. But I couldn't really make out who won the fight. But what I could make out is English. So Daisy goes to pull the wig off of Bahadi, and I thought this would be the end of Bahadi. But Bahadi was able to recover and actually stay on her feet and clock Daisy at least once or twice really good in the face, because all I heard out this whole situation was, this girl really hit me. I mean, I think that was the shock of it all. Like, this girl really landed a lick and it hit me and I'm bleeding, because according to Daisy, she was bleeding, and I'm like, OMG, not Bahadi the big dog now. What?
Yo, you got the juice now, man.
Girl, what? Not Bahadi with the juice. Go ahead on, Bahadi. Bahadi was able to clock her. She did. And even Daisy said out her own mouth that she clocked her, and it was a good clock too. She said that she was bleeding. So shout out to Bahadi. But you know how Daisy is. Daisy ain't gonna let this just live like this. So obviously Daisy wants another round. And my girl Bahadi said security moved to the side and set it up. Bahadi with the shit's naive. So they get the twisting up again, and I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, Daisy got her. Daisy got her from what I saw, but again, I didn't see the whole fight. All I saw was little snippets and clips. But at the end of the day, I didn't like this fight. I didn't want them two to beef with each other. I actually liked them two together. I think that it's messed up that Coco came in between them and started all this mess and did all of this craziness, and then sat back and was looking crazy when Bahadi had popped Daisy upside the face. Look, you think I'm lying?
Oh my God! Why the fuck?
Oh my God.
No, ain't no nothing. I literally. No, ain't no nothing. I literally. No, ain't no nothing. I literally.
You see, you can't tell me she don't know that she done did that bad, and now she had to watch Daisy get kicked smooth in her behind. Coco knows she was wrong, and she set that up, and she down bad. I said what I said. And speaking of down bad, did y'all see the part when Daisy got kicked in her butt by Bahadi? Girl, what? When Bahadi kicked Daisy square off in her ass, she won that fight. I don't care if Daisy come back and pulverize Bahadi. Somehow, somewhere, still, Bahadi won this fight. The swift kick to the ass alone makes Bahadi the winner of this fight. And I want to say that I want to declare Bahadi not only the winner, but the MVP, because my girl Bahadi been putting in work, and she don't mind getting in the paint, and she don't care who is with. And like Bahadi said, you supposed to be the big dog. Nah, I'm the big dog. I said, go ahead on. But I ain't gonna lie, back at the fight, Daisy told Bahadi every which way will lose. At least from what I saw. But we'll have to wait till next week, y'all. From what I saw, Daisy made up for that first, little mix up. But I could be wrong. What y'all think? Who y'all got on the fight? And are y'all here for them to even be battling each other? Because I know for me, I'm not. I think that these girls were better together than apart, but I could be wrong. Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to follow me on all platforms. And I'll see y'all hoes later, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.